What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Salt Check Podcast. My name is Bryce, aka Bruce Blanca, and I'm here with
Caleb or War Monkey 75.
Today we will be ranking X-Men movies, all
All of them.
13 of them, as we are going into the new era of X-Men that will probably be in the MCU. And and then we're doing trivia, and then I have a segment for Caleb to do in the middle of that.
All right.
Would you like to start with trivia?
Yes.
All right. Today's trivia is top 10 strongest Gen 4 Pokemon, according to thegamer.com.
Okay.
And there are ties.
Great.
A lot of ties.
Any of them?
Any Gen 4 Pokemon.
Okay.
You'll get to it eventually. You'll finish the list eventually, I imagine, but...
Probably.
So, we'll just go until you quit.
Okay. Great. Well, Arceus has to be up there.
Yeah, he's number one.
Yeah. It's kind of forgettable when it, like, the fact that it came out in Gen 4.
Yeah.
It's like the god.
I mean, he was quite impossible to find.
Yep.
Probably, most people had to cheat that shit in, probably.
Yeah.
Whoa. That shit queefed out.
I hope you could see that. That's
I hope
awesome.
so too.
All right. You got Giratina up there.
That was tied for second.
Okay.
And you figure out the other tie for second.
It's probably like Cresselia.
Is that just a normal guess or for second?
For second,
Not for second.
but it's also a normal guess.
Okay, it's tied for fourth.
Honestly, Darkrai is probably tied with Cresselia.
Darkrai is sixth.
You got Palkia.
Palkia is tied with Garantina for second.
Huh.
Can you figure out the last tie for second?
Is it Dialga?
Yep.
There's a three-way tie for second.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Shaman up there.
Shaman is not up there.
You kidding me?
You probably love Shaman, don't you?
I do like Shaman a lot.
The little ground form or whatever it is.
Where it looks like a hedgehog.
Yeah, I bet you love that shit.
There's nothing silly up there like Giratina origin form.
No,
Is there? Okay.
this is Pokemon.
Okay. Is Heatran up there?
Heatran is tied with Cresselia for fourth.
Huh. Is Rotom up there?
He missed the list.
Dang.
Every form of Rotom missed the list.
I'll do like, is there Regigigas up there?
He's third.
Let's go.
He had fifth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th.
I'm guessing like 7th. No. Yes. No. 8th, 9th, 10th are gonna be like Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit.
They are all tied for seventh.
Oh. Nice. Great. Now,
It's a pretty obvious one you're missing.
don't look at me like that.
Can't believe my water bottle queefed on me like that. Well, it's not water. It's squirt.
You got. What? Are there more legendaries and mythics in that game? I know, like, I think Mewtwo is in the game, but it's not Gen 4.
Nope. It's just Gen 4 Pokemon.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I'll guess like Empoleon, Torterra, Infernape.
Nope.
Okay. Didn't think the starters would be up there, but thought maybe. Um. Oh, Scarchomp.
Yep. That's fifth.
What am I missing?
Eighth, ninth, 10th.
Mm.
Gotta start taking guesses. Yeah, one, two.
Um.
Maybe 7 guesses. 'Cause you've guessed 13 people.
Okay. Are they like even legendaries?
I'll give you a hint closer to when you run out of guesses. You have 7, so
Um. Is is Driftbloom up there?
that guess?
Yeah.
No.
Um. Is Metagross Gen 4?
No.
Because usually it's only one one pseudo per game.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like there was two in one game once?
It was Gen 3.
Oh. I feel like all I have left is just like regular Pokemon. It's just Machamp. No, Electivire.
Yeah. 9th.
Uh Magmortar.
10th.
Okay. That makes sense.
3
So
more guesses for 8th.
for eighth. Oh no. Steelix.
Steelix is not Gen 4.
See Gen 3?
Gen 2.
Hmm.
Guess we gotta play the guess the Pokemon gens again.
Probopass.
No.
It's not gonna be unknown.
That's also not a Gen 4
Yeah.
Pokemon. I wanna blow bubbles in my drink. I feel like it might fucking explode though if I do that.
Probably. I mean, you saw what happened earlier and you didn't even do anything.
Yeah, the table's sticky now. From Squirt.
No, good thing we have separate tables.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to share one with you anyways.
No, that sucked.
Yeah. 33 long episodes. 34 long
One whole
episodes.
year.
Yeah, fuck that. Never doing that again.
Nope.
All right, you got 2 guesses.
Can I have a hint?
It is not a legendary.
I'm pretty sure I've guessed all the legendaries.
I'm pretty sure you have 2.
Is it like Frostlass?
No.
Uh,
It is an evolution of a Pokemon that was introduced before Gen 4. Is one of the like 25.
Tangrowth?
Is that your final guess?
Yeah.
No.
Give me a type.
Flying.
Oh God. Oh no.
That was your last guess, but
I know. I still want to get it though.
I could give you the other type, but it'd make it so obvious.
Flying's such a. Because it made me Aerodactyl is an evolution, and it's also not Gen 4. I don't think it's any of the birds, cause it's not. Cause all birds are usually just complete anyways. All I can think about is like Staraptor and Hero, and Pidgeot. Which only one of them is Gen 4. I have no clue.
It is Togekiss.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they're 8th, but apparently they're pretty strong.
Did it count it as fairy on this list?
No.
Okay.
It was base, like platinum, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
okay.
So, yeah, 9 out of 10.
Sick.
Technically, like 14 out of 15. Because there was a lot of ties.
There were so many ties.
Actually, more than 14, but still. Good job.
Thanks.
I kind of figured that'd be not easy, but you'd probably be able to get at least like 7 out of 10 on that. So, all right, get your paper out.
Okay.
We have a keep 5, cut 5 for you,
I kind of thought so.
but it's not video game or movie related.
Alrighty.
Comment down below if I should blow bubbles in this next episode.
Do it. Are you doing it now?
No.
Oh.
I'm sucking it out.
Alright. Give me my keep 5, cut 5.
Do you want to take a guess on what this is going to be? I don't think you're going to guess it.
No.
I'll give you one shot.
Dude, I don't know.
Sound like a fucking lightsaber for a second.
Animals.
That was a cute little noise your mouth made. It is activities to do with the boys.
Okay.
Swimming.
Alright.
Mini golf / golf.
Okay.
Bowling.
Already.
Basketball.
Okay.
Frisbee.
Uh-huh.
Passing the football.
Okay.
Video games.
Uh-huh.
Board games.
Okay.
Movie / movie theater.
Okay.
And Target / store hopping. We are ranking this on just doing stuff with the boys.
I'm keeping video games.
Why is that?
Because, like, peak Fortnite with the boys was actually so much fun. Like, season 1 was so good. I think whenever we play, like, Mario Kart, well, we used to play it a lot more with the boys. But the one time where it was, like, you, me, Forrest, Tony, Peter, and, like, his boss.
That was so random, but
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that was fun because like most of us were in this house. Peter was not.
Peter was in the house.
No, he was. He had
It
his
was
Switch.
it was just not his boss in
Yeah.
the house. So
Yeah, but that was fun because it was
Yeah.
like we could. I think I had Forrest on my team. Yeah, it was like just me and Forrest versus you, Tony, Peter, and we could like hear you guys yelling from upstairs. So
yeah,
but no, those are peak moments. Plus, sure, when we have a game night, it'll be great. You know, I'm gonna cut it because we have never really done it with the boys. I'm gonna cut Frisbee. We've played Frisbee, but not with everyone else. Like initially when you said it, I was like, yay, Frisbee. But like, you know, we usually do something else.
yeah.
Like we gotta start playing Beersby with the boys. That'll be fun. Like even normal. like just it's fun. And we'll see if they like it. That makes me also want to play like cornhole with the boys.
Yeah.
Let's see. Um, I'm gonna keep board games with the boys. I mean, though it was very similar to video games, like we all kind of get together and do the same thing, it's still really fun,
Mm,
especially like Cards Against Humanity and even that time we did Telestrations.
yeah. Jesus Christ.
Trying to explain that.
AK trying to explain it to Forrest because he wasn't fucking listening.
uh,
That was like a top 10 most frustrated I've been in a while moment. Every
uh,
step of the way I had to explain something. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
uh, but still, those are like also peak moments. It's
Yeah.
like, uh, even though it wasn't the boys when we had that little game night and we played Clue and that one tribute, the logo game wasn't technically the boys, but
Yeah. It
but
was
it was
still
still
fun.
still great. Okay. Now this is gonna be a hard cut. Um, it's gonna have to be one of the sports.
Someone's dicking around with our trash cans outside.
Yeah. It's probably one of those squirrels. Um, it sucks, but I'm probably gonna have to cut golf. Reason being, we don't.
Yeah.
We did play a season of golf, you, me, and Forrest, and that was really fun. It
Yeah.
was free golf, and we just I remember there was one day where it was like I was looking over at Forrest and he's like constantly shaking. Like the one
Yeah.
time he did hit it, it'd go like 20 feet. Oh, but
Yeah. Brutal.
the reason I cut it is because we don't really do it and we really want to. We just don't
Yeah.
commit to doing it. Now, if we have golf slash mini golf, um, now if we had done it recently, it'd be a lot harder to cut.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. I'm gonna have to keep movies with the boys. Cause that's like something we all like agree on. We're like, yeah, let's just watch a movie.
Yeah.
It's not. And everyone's like, I mean, I guess unless they think the movie's boring, most of the time everyone participates the entire time or we fall asleep. Uh, but that's something we do a lot just in general.
Yeah. Past 2 weeks have been a grind.
Yeah.
You guys better like and subscribe. We have watched goddamn so many movies in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. Finished the entire, well, I joined the second half of Star Wars, but
And then we watched 13 X-Men movies in like 5 days. So we do this shit for you guys.
yeah. And also movies are awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's tough to beat like even going to a movie theater and seeing a new movie and getting out and like talking about it. It's like yeah, that's great.
Hmm.
Great stuff. This also sucks, but I'm gonna have to cut bowling.
That's tough.
There was a summer where we went bowling like every week.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't even think it was summer. I think we were in school and just fucking doing that shit.
they are like they opened a fire hydrant out there.
Oh, nice. Anyways.
It's just spraying water. Yeah, I like. It's one of those it's the same like situation as golf. Like we want to go bowling. We like have full intention on going bowling, and then we just don't plan it.
Yeah.
And then we're like, let's just watch a movie.
I don't know how you're gonna finish this shit.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Swimming, basketball, passing football, target hopping is something we do like once a week now. You haven't gone swimming yet, but it'll be once a week probably soon. So
Yes. Anyway,
you guys like my cup? You guys like my cup?
I'm gonna keep Target.
Kind of figured.
Yeah, it's probably like the most consistent thing we've done throughout, well, ever since we got out of high school. We started collecting like figures and stuff, and what a wild ride that's been.
Yeah.
So much money and so many hours spent driving to places.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun.
Mm.
Especially finding like the figures you want. It's like it's very hype. I really enjoy collecting wrestlers because I want so few. I actually enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
Because I don't have specific names in mind. I mean, like seeing the Muhammad Ali one was like, that's sick. Like I'm buying that.
Yeah.
But like the specifically 1 in 3,000, 1 in 5,000, it's like might as well check just in case.
Exactly.
And then yeah, like the joy you get from actually finding them is like, yes.
Yeah.
Like it's so much fun. And then I say I'll resell them, but I don't know. It's cooler to own them.
Yeah. No, for sure.
That's only if like I need it. If I need money, I guess I'll part with it. But I don't need money, so it's like,
Yeah, you won't be parting with them
but
ever.
yeah, we'll like take little boys trips and go to like a little hour up north-ish. And I don't know. We've met some really cool people
Yeah.
figure collecting, so
Good community of people.
yeah, most of the time. Us, there's always gonna be those few people where it's like, nah. But let's see. I got 3 sports left.
Yeah, good luck. I don't know if swimming's necessarily a sport, but we do waterboard each other.
You'll probably hate me for this, but I'm gonna cut swimming.
Why? Why would I hate you for that?
Because I know you like swimming so much. But I had to choose one.
Yeah, you gotta choose one more.
I know.
Good luck with basketball and passing the football as your last decisions.
Dude. No, swimming, it'd be harder if I had swam recently, but I haven't done it. And I don't think it would beat basketball or football, to be honest, for me. Now this is tough because like horse in the driveway, great. Throwing the football, also great. Like doing like walk routes, so much fun. A little bit more effort than shooting a basketball.
Depends, yeah.
I'm also like, I'm better at throwing a football than shooting a basketball because I haven't tried to like figure out how to shoot a basketball.
You're better than Alex. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Escape Pod.
If you ever seen Escape Pod do basketball videos, atrocious. Sorry, Alex.
But honestly, I'm gonna keep basketball.
Yeah, that makes sense.
'Cause we do it more and it's easier to do. And plus, you don't need another person to do it.
Not really.
Like I mean, I don't go out and shoot a basketball by myself. but you like actually you need someone to throw a football with. So
Hmm.
all right, I kept video games and I cut frisbee. I kept board games and I cut golf. I kept movies and I cut swimming. I kept movies and I cut bowling. I kept Target. I cut swimming.
That was a crazy tweaker moment right
I
there.
I kept basketball and I cut football. So that is my
You just hate sports so much.
yeah. I guess I do. Anything that surprised you?
Yeah, good luck ever throwing a football with me again. I remember this.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, why don't we play basketball, huh?
Yeah.
You remember you can't play football anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to Forest. Can I come?
No, you can't swim.
We're going swimming. Yep. Let us know down below what you'd keep of those. Obviously, that's pretty personalized to shit we do. But
Yeah, because I don't see like most other people keeping target runs and stuff. Because it's like a lot of people don't really do that.
yeah.
So
All right. Time for the X-Men ranked list. We have not talked about any of these movies
No.
pretty much ever
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched probably 7 or 8 of these out of the 13, either for the first time or for the first time in probably 10 years. So,
I hadn't seen. Let's see, 1, 2. I think 3 of them. I think. Yeah.
I think I hadn't seen 4 or 5. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. I'm curious to know what your least favorite one was too. Um, at number 13 with a 2 out of 5, 4 out of 10, we got Dark Phoenix. I didn't really like this movie to be completely honest. It's
I'm bringing up my phone because I did not write any of my rankings down.
oh, okay.
So I'll keep that up.
Yeah, I mean it's cool to be like, ooh, like really OP, like mutants, like just really overpowered powers. But like she like went crazy and killed Mystique. There's gonna be spoilers, by the way. She went crazy, killed Mystique, and then killed Charles, and then I think that was us. Yeah, yeah.
No, that was not this one.
That's the Last Stand.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Also, the X-Men timeline is fucking atrocious.
Yeah,
So if you
because
ever
of-
decide to go on and watch this shit, be prepared to get confused as shit.
Let's see. Let me just double check.
Because she eviscerated Charles in a house in Last Stand,
Yes.
but that was not in Dark Phoenix.
It. Gotta go to all of my descriptions. I wrote a lot of unnecessary things happened. The Nightcrawler pop off was the best part on the train. And he went like, when he was like, no, don't kill him. And then the guy killed him. And then like, he just went insane.
Yeah.
And he teleported that guy in front of the train. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. I said villain was not that great. I don't even remember who it was.
Fucking Jean Grey.
Oh yeah. God, I really don't remember. Oh yeah, she went
it
to
was a Vuk person that like was trying to suck her powers out after the space.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't
I don't
like
even
this.
count her as a villain.
Yeah, that's who I meant.
Yeah.
I didn't really wasn't a huge fan of this movie. So that's why.
Fair enough. Should I say mine?
Yeah.
I didn't write ranking or like ratings yet. If you want to check out our ratings, go see our letterbox. My letterbox is... What is my letterbox? I think it's just Brewster de Blanca.
I think so.
Yeah.
I can look for you.
Brewster de Blanca, no spaces, no caps, just Brewster de Blanca. If you want to go check us out on there.
Yeah.
I'm very active on Letterbox. I fucking love Letterbox.
I think I'm more Monkey 75. Same
Probably.
as my YouTube.
All right. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but is that shit opening again?
Yeah, dude.
I can hear it.
Turbo fire hydrant.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they opened up a fire hydrant outside of our house.
Like that. That's why I was so baffled earlier.
Anyways, I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but at number 13, I'm probably gonna give it like maybe 1 out of 5. I have the New Mutants.
Okay.
This movie took me out of the X-Men universe completely. I get it's supposed to be a spin-off horror movie. That's how it just was described on Disney Plus. I just like, and it's an origin story for these 5 characters or whatever, but I just like did not care at all. I really didn't care. And like the main, let me just pull this up so I can actually say names without.
I also completely blocked off our driveway and our circle is flooding. And Ethan is almost done with work.
Nice. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Sorry, we are distracted right now.
Yeah.
Danny Moonhunter or Moonstar, I don't remember her fucking name.
Danielle.
Her power being she shows your worst fear. Cool. Execution not very good. The Wolf Girl,
Wolfsbane.
probably one of the better characters in this movie, just because she actually had arc. Anya Taylor-Joy's character was obnoxious as hell the entire movie, but she had the coolest fighting powers of them all.
100%.
Without even a question.
It's magic.
And then the 2 guys were just kind of there, like Fire Guy and Speedy Dude. The doctor keeping them there was like something was clearly off from the beginning, but then we found out that she's just kind of one of the side bad guys for the group, and had to kill Danny and then didn't.
Yeah.
And then the wolf kind of just mangled her.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there was just a fucking bear, like a huge ass bear, destroying the building.
Yep.
I think if the payoff was better towards the end, I just like really didn't give a shit about the bear fight. Like I really didn't. I thought it was kind of poorly done. Like the fighting, the actual like fight of it was like pretty fucking boring. Like the most gruesome part was the bear like eating up the doctor, and that was like it. I like the smiling people that would attack the magic person. They were cool. But like, this does nothing for me. A movie that came out after Logan that could have easily followed one of those characters, one of the kids in the Logan movie. They decided to just completely say, nah, we're just going to create 5 random ass people. Maybe they're in the comics. I don't know. But like, it just felt so out of the X-Men universe, and I just didn't really care for it. So yeah, that's my last place.
At number 12 with a 2.5 out of 5, I've got X-Men: The Last Stand. I mixed them up, to be honest, because I didn't like them. Yeah. Charles gets offed. Mystique gets offed. No,
Mystique dies in Dark Phoenix, but
they're both bad. and they were like, "Oh, yeah, we got Leech." Here, I think the best part was like the fact that there were mutants lining up that were like, "Hey, I don't want my powers," because like they just wanted to fit in, and like it was cool that they had that option. Uh, and I enjoy it when the really powerful people's like children end up being mutants, like
This is a rough episode.
the ones that hate
Sorry,
mutants.
guys.
Yeah, their child is a mutant, and they're like, "Uh-oh," like Angel's dad. It's like, "Don't tell me you're one of them."
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It was nice to see Angel back, but we only saw him for like 10 seconds, and all he did was fly around. It's like, ah,
Yeah.
you're mangling our recycling bin.
All right.
Both of them.
Just trust us. There's some weird shit going on outside. All right.
And then they like mostly took away Magneto's powers. They teased that he still had him at the end. What did the desk do? What did the table do?
I don't know. I'm a mess. I'm sticky.
The fight at the end where it was like all of Magneto's people versus all of like Wolverine's people was kind of neat. Like the Pyro versus like long-awaited Pyro versus Iceman, and then Iceman like fully became ice. Like that was cool, but the rest I wasn't a big fan of. Those are two of the three that I had not seen before too.
Yeah.
So
All right. Number 12. With like probably another 1 out of 5 or 1.5 out of 5. If you want my like clear ranking, like I said, go follow Letterboxd. I have X-Men Origins Wolverine. This movie fucking sucks. It's boring as shit. They butchered my boy Deadpool so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like it was so bad.
yeah,
Fucking the like. Let me just pull this shit up.
I'll say my next one.
Victor Creed,
Yeah.
awful,
Yeah.
fucking miserable character. Like, and then Wolverine's girlfriend that was just faking it,
Yeah.
stupid as fuck. It's like I cared about you. All
Nah,
right,
dog.
Stryker, just the worst guy.
Yeah.
Agent Zero was cool until he wasn't.
Yeah, it's cool until he worked for Stryker.
Yeah, it's like, god damn. There's just like random like young mutants in this movie that like did not correlate to either like timeline of the universe. There's a small chance that beeping might be on there.
We're backing up.
They mangled our circle and now they're just leaving.
They flooded it, and now they're gone.
Yep. Just like a fucking like so bad. Like I like can't even describe how like annoying Victor Creed was the entire fucking movie. And then like saved Wolverine at the end and then just kind of ran off. And then it fucking ends with Logan getting shot in the head and then just running away.
And forgetting everything.
Like, okay.
Yeah, no.
Bad.
That's what my next one is.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might change my actual rankings from what they are. Because, like, it does not deserve a 2.5.
I was gonna say you're kind of
they're kinda
generous.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
It's so bad.
yeah.
And I had this on disc at one point. When you're a kid, you don't really like care that much. It's fucking Wolverine just being cool. Like that's awesome. But then you watch it now and it's like, Jesus. That aged like milk. Bad.
Curdled and rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only redeeming part is like, oh, you learn more about Wolverine. Like, the part where they're in his house and he has his like awakening. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, oh, that's how he found his powers. He got really angry, and now he just gets really angry. But it was like they're in every single world war. Like, okay, like,
It felt so off shot. Like it feels like one of those movies. It could honestly be completely like taken out of canon already, but it feels like a movie that they made and they're like,
yeah,
that didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
That's not a real thing that actually happened. So yeah, just so bad. I enjoyed Gambit a little bit.
Yeah, no, his little cameo was cool because he could.
Like the only Gambit you get out of any of these
Yep.
movies. So yeah.
Gambit show or movie.
Yeah.
Probably a show, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, my 11 was Origins Wolverine. So
My 11 is Dark Phoenix.
Would-
I'll give that like a 1.5 out of 5, maybe a 1. So bad.
yeah,
Like
it was. God, so disappointing.
I didn't write down notes for most of these movies. Like I probably should have, just because these movies really like just blend together after a while. But I purposely wrote this shit down because it pissed me off so fucking much.
Okay.
Mystique saying Xavier never risks himself for anyone. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You should rename X-Men to X-Woman. Dumbass line. Like, and then everyone just started blaming Xavier for
Yeah.
everything, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like, I get in like the early years, he was like a drunken guy, clearly upset he can't fucking walk anymore, but like, he still cares about the mutants.
Yeah.
And then fucking Mystique gets killed, which awful. I get that's like probably the point where you're supposed to be like, all right, I don't like Jean Grey, and that's like her villain moment. The Magneto Island part, fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like Jean Grey's a fucking moron.
Yep.
Magneto was like, "Can I help you? Whose blood is on your shirt?" And she went, "Nah, I'm just gonna kill like 16 people that was in a helicopter and then storm off like a child." Like,
Yeah.
literally the only thing that rose this over X-Men Origins and New Mutants was because of the train fight. That was the best part about the movie.
Yeah, dude.
Without even a doubt. Nightcrawler's kill was insane. Dragging him in front of the
Yeah.
train and going, hee hee, goodbye, and then gets splat
Then
by
you
it.
see the train, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, but the villain sucks. Like the
Yeah.
Vuk or whatever the hell it is. The thing that like comes from space and can like morph into people
Yeah.
and act like people. Awful. Yeah, bad.
Bad movie.
I would probably never rewatch that movie. All three of those movies I probably would never rewatch, to be honest. I've listed off so far. So yeah.
At number 10, I've got X-Men Apocalypse. I don't know if you've seen like comic Apocalypse or like what he's supposed to look like, but it's not that. Usually like the cinematic adaptation is like similar, but kind of like an upgrade. This was a downgrade. He's supposed to like be like Hulk and Thanos size and like just be a big beefy blue guy. But instead he was a guy with like a funny helmet and like little just like chest piece. I don't know. You could barely even tell that it was Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, you don't need. This is not a role that you should recognize him for.
Yeah.
He does great in other stuff, but it was just Apocalypse was just kind of a letdown. He really he screwed things up. Like he turned that whole city upside down, and he built this giant pyramid. It's like whatever. But I just wasn't a huge fan of what they did with him. It was really great to get introduced to Angel and like Nightcrawler and stuff like that, because like two of my favorite characters, like the cage fight, awesome. You're like, oh my god. But I think the fact that Apocalypse could like enhance your powers by touching you. It's like, why? Like, come on. Like, I knew we were gonna get Archangel at some point. And I really liked the transformation from regular Angel to Archangel, where you could see all the bones in his back shifting. You're like, whoa. Um, but it's like, come on. Um, and then Jean just like letting go and using all of her powers was like, whoa. Um, yeah, that's that's very slight letdown. Not bad, but
Yep. Number 10, I have X-Men Last Stand. This movie is pretty ass.
yeah,
I probably would give this like maybe like a 1.5 or a 2. We'll see. Um, Pretty much just like the same as Dark Phoenix, just like older, the
hmm
older cast. Also another thing I wanted to mention about Dark Phoenix I didn't say was I like how we just fucking was like fuck Mystique. Let's name the school after Jean Grey. Like
that's that's what I said. It was like Jean Grey's school. If I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
fuck Mystique, I
yeah,
guess. I get she's been bad, but like came back.
yeah,
Last Stand was pretty fucking garbage. Killing Cyclops, whatever.
yeah, right
Um,
away too.
Killing Cyclops, killing the Professor, just bad. I honestly, this might be a hot take, but I didn't like either Jean Grey actor. I thought they were both pretty fucking garbage, to be honest. Like, I like just didn't really care for either of them. The only really redeeming part about this movie is the fight at the end with all the mutants going against like the 6 good guys, and like, yeah, that was about it. Like, fuck Nightcrawler, I guess, because this guy just didn't show
Yeah,
up this
he just
entire
wasn't in
movie.
this movie. It was like,
Easily
okay,
probably could have done so much help for them, but no,
yeah,
just didn't show up at all. Showed up in the president's office. That was pretty much his only scene in the entire movie. Magneto. I enjoyed Magneto's little like good slash bad guy the entire movie kind of thing. Like he acts good, but he's bad, and then he's
yeah,
like, "What have I done?" kind of thing. Like realizing yeah, he made a
yeah,
mistake. Um, yeah, I don't really have much else to say.
sure.
Just not the best movie, honestly. So yeah,
Um, at number 9, I've got New Mutants. I originally gave it like a 3 out of 5. Reason being is I'm a sucker for magic. Like the sword in the like opening portals to Limbo is like it's so cool.
mm,
Um, and it I liked the whole like, oh, this is just like a random asylum that no one else besides that like SX Corp knows about. And it's like it really gives the mystery of like what is this place?
yeah.
Like who are they? I think if this movie has like a really like a sequel, I think it could be really good depending on what they do with SX Corp.
Well, I would hope they'd do something with this. Otherwise, it's gonna fade into obscurity
Yeah.
of like one-off shitty origin superhero
Yeah.
movies. Because yeah, so
Um and then yeah, another thing that bugs me is they didn't use any of the mutants from Logan. I was like, I was so pissed off about it when it came out, and I was like, because that's what I thought originally. I was like,
you
oh,
would
it's
fucking
just,
think it'd have
yeah,
like X-23 or
yep,
something in it.
yeah,
Nope.
no, it just,
Didn't capitalize off Logan at all, but whatever.
it's just 5 random people from the comics. Um, but yeah, I believe Cannonball, like, is the one that runs really fast. I think that's his name.
I
Um,
don't know.
Yeah, when he gets a suit that like protects himself, he'll be like useful. But right now, it's like, oh, like Wolfsbane was neat. I just wish Wolfbane could like turn into like an actual werewolf instead of just a dog, instead of just a regular wolf.
Yeah. That'd probably be a little helpful.
I think his name's Star Fury. I don't. Sunspot. That's his name. I'd like to see him do more. He just didn't really use his powers because he's big nervous. But no, I'm a sucker for Magic's powers, and I liked the creepy aspect, and it was very like off-putting the entire time. But yeah, the bear fight wasn't the greatest.
It was dog shit. Like that was the ending of the movie.
Yeah.
Like that was the blow off, was fighting a CGI big ass bear.
Yeah.
And the only way to stop it was by her like kissing it on the fucking nose.
And they tried to wake her up for like the last 20 minutes.
Fucking 20 minutes.
Wake up.
None of them were fighting the bear. It was just fucking Anya Taylor-Joy fighting the bear for like 15 minutes straight. They were all running and hiding. Like they aren't fucking super powered or something. Like I bet that speed guy probably could have just ran through the bear's stomach and fucking killed it. But no.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope it gets a really good sequel.
I doubt it at this point.
I mean, yeah.
X-Men getting bought by the MCU is not very helpful for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Yep.
9. I got the Wolverine. I give it like a 2.5 out of 5. Pretty solid movie, honestly. I just can't believe how many like movies Wolverine has been in. Like this just feels so like this actually feels like a sequel to like The Last Stand. Origins was just like the shits, like the running shits. I enjoyed all the characters, like exploring Japan or wherever they were. I forgot what the gang is called that they were fighting the entire time.
The Yakuza?
Yeah, the Yakuza.
Or the Black Clan was the one that defended the family.
It's got to be the Yakuza. That sounds more familiar. That was good. Pretty predictable that the old guy was going to be in that suit at the end.
I enjoyed it though, because it was like, oh, you're like a big mech samurai. Oh, popped open. It's the guy.
Yeah, it's just like I liked it, but it was also like this guy literally saved you from Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Like this guy saved your life years ago and you're trying to take him like his shit. That's fucking stupid. Like the fact I like get the whole fact that they were like, oh, Wolverine's suicidal because Jean, but like you'd kind of think like, oh, like this guy saved me in Nagasaki. Like I'll ask him if he would like to transfer over his powers to me. But when he said no, then it was like, oh, fuck this guy. I'm just going to fucking take it from him.
Yeah,
it's like,
I know you want to die.
I know you want to die, Logan.
I know you want to die.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, just give it up, honestly. Let's see, what else?
They pulled a classic, like, oh, we want to make a sequel. Let's just take their powers away for a little bit. Like, I feel like that happens in a lot of sequels.
Yeah. I enjoyed Pinkie Pie. The bullet, like the bowl cut, but the girl with bangs.
Yeah.
She was good.
Yeah.
I get Viper's super OP, but like I did not like Viper.
She made me so angry.
Obnoxious as fuck. Like so obnoxious. The scene of him pulling out the spider was fucking atrocious. Like not like a that sucked, but like that sucked. Like,
that sucked for him so bad. And and he did die. She was right, but then he came back. Yeah, he's Wolverine.
Yeah.
The part that always makes me cringe is when they cut off like the metal claws. I'm like, oh god. Like not only is it part of his bones, but it's also part of the ones that they like injected him with, and then
nasty.
Yeah, and then it comes out and then it's bones again. You're like, okay.
Yeah, and then it wasn't Bones in Logan for some fucking reason, but whatever.
I'm assuming he just got him back at some point.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my number 9.
Yeah. My number 8 is the Wolverine. That's why I've been chiming in this whole time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's cool to see like what Wolverine's been up to. It's like, of course, he's got ties in Japan. Like
Yeah.
when he's
Why
not
wouldn't he
doing,
be?
yeah, not doing X-Men stuff. He's all over the place
Yeah.
constantly, and yeah, I think it was genuinely a solid movie.
Also, like, did not like Jean in this movie either. Like, I get the whole. It was fine, like the first time where she was, or like the first or second time where he was like sleeping or whatever, and it's just like, come join me, Logan. I know you like want to come visit me, and it's like
Yeah,
that would have been fine. But when it was like the fifth time she came back and was like, come on, Logan.
yeah,
It's like,
Gene, like
Jean,
he's
shut
not,
up.
yeah, he's not gonna be there.
Go to Scott's fucking heaven house.
Yeah.
Like, just let him be. Like, Christ, you're giving this guy PTSD consistently. Like, and you're the one who was like, stab me. Like, you were
Yeah.
the reason he fucking killed you, and it was a good reason to do it. So it was like, whatever. So
Yeah, I like the mental struggle because it was like, oh yeah, I guess he does have problems.
I
as
mean, yeah,
well.
that's shown in everything though. He's
Yeah.
just the biggest PTSD guy ever.
Mhm.
So yeah.
It was just like, all right, this like keeps happening,
Yeah.
which I mean, I guess shows how awful it really was for him. But yeah,
Also, like the thing with these one-off X-Men movies that bothers me is there's no like continuation with some of it. I enjoyed the Jean stuff because it made it feel like a sequel, but then we never got to see that girl like that Wolverine was like kissing at the end of the movie
Oh,
ever
yeah.
again.
Yeah,
Like
that's
she
true.
never came back. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay. um yeah, all right. My number 8, I have X-Men Apocalypse. I'll give that like a 2.5 out of 5. 2. Only reason this is a little bit higher than Wolverine, I'd say they're like pretty like similar level field
Sure.
movies, is just because of the team up aspect. I'm just a sucker for team up movies.
Yeah.
And like Magneto, Storm, Psylocke, all those guys, Angel,
Yeah.
and like against like our guys is like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand Apocalypse bothering you because he's that small. But
Oh, well, yeah, you've seen the Build-A-Figure. Like, that's
Yeah.
what he's supposed to.
yeah, I just don't think they're. I don't know. Like, I'm guessing Fox just didn't give him enough money to do something like Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos did take like 10 years to animate too, apparently. So like, it would have been pretty tough for Fox to pull something off like that. But yeah, another gripe I had with this movie is the fact that it's like 2.5 hours long. Like, it was so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the longest running movie out of all 13 of them, which is just insane to me.
That sounds right.
Like, there's definitely good stuff in it. Like you said, like the Nightcrawler Angel fight was great. Just like it was solid. A lot of stuff is clearly wrong with it, but like
Yeah.
it's just a good time of a movie. Seeing Magneto turn good again is always fun. Joining the good
Yeah.
guys for like 5 minutes, like just a classic Magneto thing to do.
Yeah. There's also like the Quicksilver and Magneto bit where it was like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
say it, just say it.
Yeah, no, that was
I'm here for my
awesome.
family too. It's like,
Yeah, no, that was a tough watch.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, fucking Apocalypse or whatever, tearing his ACL was awful to watch.
yeah,
Sticking him in the ground and then like tearing his ACL.
breaking it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
And then Beast, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
all right.
I don't know if I'd ever watch it again, but it's fine.
Just because it's
It's so
such a-
fucking long.
Such a chore.
Yeah.
All right. My number 7, I've got X-Men.
Me as well.
Okay.
That is the even ground movie I have on this list. I gave that like a 3 out of 5.
I originally gave it a 3.5 out of 5. So I feel like like starting at the Wolverine which is my eighth with a 3 out of 5. I think the rest of them are pretty fair.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I like team up movie.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fun. It's like classic 2000s like goofy shit. Like it reminded me of Spider-Man 1 with Toby. It's like
Yeah.
there's this funny goofy shit that happens in it that's like
Yeah.
all right. I will say I don't know if this is much of a hot take, but I definitely like Jennifer Lawrence Mystique more than the original trilogy Mystique.
Yeah,
So
I would
like
agree with that.
I wasn't like a super huge fan of most of the Mystique stuff in the original stuff, but she's fine.
Yeah.
Obviously you get Magneto, like Professor X, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Rogue stuff was interesting.
Yeah. I like this Sabretooth because he's more
Which is so goofy.
just
He's just like, huh?
Yeah,
like
more
all
like
the time.
more tiger than human. Like
Yeah.
he'd just roar.
He's just goofy. Toad was goofy as hell too.
I really liked the Sabretooth, Toad, and Rogue in a sack versus Cyclops and Storm at like the that New York time. It's not Times Square, but that big clock place.
Yeah.
Like that was cool.
Yeah.
But no, like you said, it's the classic like good guys versus bad guys. Like bad guys have a plan and they've got their couple of henchmen that keep coming back.
Yeah.
And the good guys are like on the underhand because they don't want to cause any damage, but there's more. It's like, yeah. No, solid movie.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just one of those classic movies. It's good time. So
And the what is he? The senator or the mayor? I don't remember. I think he's the senator.
yeah,
Getting turned into water was like, yeah.
that was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're all like, we hate mutants, and then they become one, and then they're like, I feel so bad. It's like, yeah. All right.
Jesus Christ, I can't pick up my pencil.
So X-Men was also your 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Now these next ones kinda challenging for me.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
At number 6, with the 4 out of 5, I've got Deadpool, the first one. You're just dead quiet. I was like,
No, I'm chilling. I'm just listening.
I think I have overwatched it. I still enjoy it, but I've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
But the thing I really like about the Deadpool movies is how gory they are. Like, that's kind of what I really wanted from all the like Wolverine movies. Maybe it was a budget thing. They couldn't like actually. Maybe it was a movie rating thing where they didn't want to rate it like 17 plus.
It was probably mostly PG-13 for those original like the Wolverine origin. Yeah. So.
But no, they really popped off with this one. Great origin story, like amazing character. The whole film looks great. Like the story was like, oh, Vanessa. But it's like this is just exactly what we needed out of a Deadpool movie. And like this scene where he's counting off the bullets, he's like, well, I've only got like, I think it was like 12. I've only got 12 shots.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
1,
4.
Yeah.
Fuck, I missed one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. No, it's just a classic good movie. You know, all the characters in it are great. Like Blind Al, he keeps going back to it. It's like his therapist. This
Yeah, it's good stuff.
This old lady that's just full of like no wisdom at all, but she's awesome.
Yeah. Number 6, I have Deadpool 2 with a 3.5 out of 5. I thought this movie is really fun. This is my first time watching Deadpool 2. Um, yeah, I mean, I didn't really like the idea of them killing his girlfriend within like the first 2 seconds of the movie. That like was just kind of like it was like yeah, like that's a pretty good like reason, but I feel like he could have done all the shit that happened in this movie without that happening. Um, Obviously in the trailer we see that he found a way to get her back with
Yeah.
some sort of teleportation future bullshit because the TVA is coming after him. So, um, but I thought it was a lot of fun. Cable was really fun. Um, that kid that was like the Iron Punch or not
Uh,
Iron Fire Punch or whatever the hell his
yeah.
name is, Fire
Fire
Fist.
Fist.
Um, he was cool. Like
Yeah.
there's times where I was like, this guy's kind of annoying, but like whatever. Juggernaut was fucking awesome because he was just humongous as fuck.
He's awesome. That's what I wanted the other one to be.
Yeah, that was pretty bad in Last Stand.
Yeah.
That's literally just what happened to Apocalypse, pretty much.
Exactly.
I just feel like the stakes were a little bit lower in this movie. Like, obviously, Cable was threatening multiple people because of his family dying because of this kid. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's good stakes, but like I don't know. I feel like there could have been higher stakes. This movie is hilarious though. Like a ton
Dude,
of references. The like X-Force shit was really funny, honestly. Like, and
Oh,
then
the
all of them
cameos.
died pretty much besides Domino.
Yep.
They were like, "Oh, the studio can't pay enough for people," and then the entire X-Men cast was just in the other room
Yep.
looking in. I was like, "Holy shit!"
That
Like,
was awesome.
yeah, it makes me wish I went and saw this in theater just because it would have been a
Yeah.
pretty fun experience. But yeah, I mean, it's like sixth, but I would definitely probably rewatch this movie. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Alrighty. At number 5, I've got X-Men First Class with a 4 out of 5. I think this is like a great like first like start. Because it is the technical like chronological first movie. I mean it was cool to see like Charles walking. um it's cool to see like I feel like we needed this movie. Why like we needed a why to why Charles and Magneto get along sometimes
mm.
because literally in every other movie they hate each other. They don't hate each other, but they have different
I was gonna
goals.
say they call each other old friend all the
Yes,
time, so I
so-
don't think they really hate each other. But
Yeah.
they definitely fight against each other. So yeah,
And it was really cool seeing all the characters. So my own like my slight gripe with it is Sebastian Shaw. I like kind of wish he did a little more. He like charged up in that nuclear reactor for like half an hour only to get just caked.
yeah,
Like I really wanted to see what he was gonna do. Cause even with like a grenade, he was able to launch people. And that's a nuclear reactor he absorbed for a long time. I get he didn't finish because they turned it off,
yeah.
but all he did was like flick Magneto against a wall twice. And it's
Yeah.
like I feel like he could have punched him like out of the boat.
Oh, pretty easily, I
Like-
imagine. So
But yeah, Kevin Bacon did a great job. He's a little jerk. Uh,
ouch.
I do not remember the tornado guy's name either. I don't think they ever said it.
I can look,
Um,
but I know what you're talking about.
but Magneto like cracking Emma Frost's diamond form so that if she would use it again, it would and like she would get hit, her like head would fall off was like insane.
Yeah, that was pretty
It's
crazy.
like, you just ruined that for like the rest of her life. Like
Eh,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
So yeah, using like finding out Mystique and Charles's backstory is like, oh, like that's aw. And then Beast trying to find a cure, like that little subplot. He's like, I just want to be normal. When like no one's gonna look at your feet when they're in their shoes.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
why is he
yeah,
complaining?
yeah,
And like Havoc was great. It's Banshee was great. Like that.
yeah. Tornado guy's name is Riptide.
I honestly couldn't have told you that,
Nope,
even
I
if you
looked it
told
up.
me. Like,
Yeah, I had to look it up. So
yeah, that is X-Men First Class.
number 5 at X2, banger movie. I think it's easily the best one of like the original stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just a good amount of fun in this one. Like, yeah, just a lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
Like a lot. The whole like base with everyone. Like there's so many like sub like storylines going on in there, which was
Mm-hmm.
just like it was a lot of fun to like watch, but like it's confusing to like talk about at the same time because there's just so much that happened at once. Um, Wolverine like recognizing the place, but like going rogue to figure out why was like
Yeah.
a good time. Him killing that girl with animadium, like the thing,
Dude,
and then
like plugging that into her.
yeah, and then she just went boonk into the water and drowned. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like the sad thing about that too is she was still under Stryker's control, so she probably could have been like normal and nice if.
Oh yeah, she was. That's why
Yeah.
Stryker kept dosing her during the movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
she kept going like, "Where the fuck am I?" And then he'd do it. She was a perfectly normal person, but
Yeah. I think
Stryker ruined that. So
God, I think that's like Lady Deathstrike is her name.
yeah, it is
Uh,
because she was metal.
yeah.
She kept going
Yeah, the entire movie
That
she's
was
just cracking her
obnoxious
knuckles.
as hell. I think that was like the like subtle way of telling people that that's who she was,
Yeah.
but it was also like borderline obnoxious after a while when she all she does she gets hit and then she goes
Yeah. Like a transformer.
yeah, like what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a lot of fun. They had, like once again everyone had the same intentions going in and then Magneto was like, "All right, so let's get out of here." Like
Yeah.
yeah, Stryker making his kid like brain warp Charles was like kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I really got to say. I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5. It's a good time.
All right. At number 4, with a 4.5 out of 5, I've got Deadpool 2. I really enjoyed Cable as a villain. Like it's because we all. Nick, oh my god. What?
Just a normal
Yeah.
little fit for you
Yeah.
right there.
Too many things I want to say, and I don't know what to say first. Cable, I know, has a huge following, so to have him show up in general was like, what are you doing over there?
Josh Brolin's a goat, by the way.
Yeah, and like all the references, like, can it Thanos? Like,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
It's gonna be, oh man, Deadpool 3 is gonna be so fucking funny.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say last night. Is Deadpool could be like the greatest trilogy, like up there.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Spider-Verse is pretty tough to beat.
As long as they don't screw up this last movie, which they shouldn't.
Beyond could be a 7 out of 10, and it'd probably still be the best trilogy of all time. So, anyways, continue.
Yeah, big hype for a Deadpool 3, depending on what they do. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree that killing Vanessa was a little unnecessary.
He could have fucking jumped out in front of it with his healing power,
Yeah.
and then he went,
Yeah,
"Oh no!" Like,
he missed, and then
but like, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, he saved the kid at the end by jumping out in front of the bullet, so he learned. But it's still
yeah,
like,
the full circle moment.
The guy with healing powers didn't
Yeah.
jump out in front of the bullet. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Juggernaut was awesome because we were all expecting like a monster because they're like, there's a monster in the basement. We're all like, okay.
I didn't know if they had the balls to redo Juggernaut, and then he walked out, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Here he
Yeah,
is.
they did, and he's awesome now.
Yeah.
The Juggernaut Colossus fight was awesome. It's like, damn, Colossus is like getting his ass handed to
Yeah.
him.
We'll say another thing that kind of bogged it down a little bit for me, and I get this is all like supposed to be comedic and stuff, but Deadpool dying on the ground for like 7 minutes straight
Oh
was just
yeah.
like, Jesus Christ. He was like, I'm actually not dead yet.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys are so. Oh, I'm not dead yet. Like, just over and over again. I was like, all right, like, let's carry on.
Yeah, it was a classic sequel where they lose their powers. Like they had these little neck bracelets.
Yeah, at least it wasn't for no
Necklaces.
reason.
Yeah.
At least it made sense. But yeah.
But no, very action packed. All the cameos were really funny. And then yeah, that scene in the mansion where they open the door and they're all like,
Yeah.
anyways, it was like,
Makes me want to know which X-Men are going to come back
Yeah.
for the MCU one. Obviously, they might not stay as like our like Cyclops or whatever. Like if they do Cyclops from the most recent shit, like just like how Mr. Fantastic won't be
yeah,
the one from Mom.
yep,
But yeah, no, I'm very excited for Deadpool. And the fact that it's the only like MCU thing coming out this year is like unfortunate, but it's like it better be good. Like I'm so excited for it. We got to get the Wolverine bucket, popcorn bucket.
yeah, we do.
All right. Number 4, I have X-Men First Class. I'm just such a sucker for this movie, man.
Yeah,
It's just so action packed, like all the way throughout. You get so many origin stories in one, like especially Magneto, like pretty awesome.
yeah, that's the big yeah.
The Charles and Magneto like friendship is super fun to follow for the most part. And then like you get X-Men that aren't your like classic like Cyclops and whatever you got. You know, Mystique was leading the way, and Beast, and like Banshee.
Yeah,
and
Banshee was
Havoc, and
yeah.
so overall, this is such a good time. Like, and I like really didn't like just genuinely despised like the villains, like not like in like a bad way. I just was like, damn, I just don't like these guys because they were doing their job properly.
Oh, Azazel was awesome. I just like teleporters, but he was awesome. Like,
Just a sucker for those colorful teleport people.
when he like teleported around and like dropped people.
Yeah.
Like you. Oh my god.
One sec.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just a super fun movie. This might be a hot take, but I like the Professor X in these newer movies more than the original, just because he does so much more in these like the like earlier on movies, like
Sure. He's like tries.
like X2. He kind of just got brain warped the entire movie.
Yeah.
Last Stand gets eviscerated instantly, pretty much by Jean
Yeah.
Grey. Like I don't know, like obviously super powerful guy, but doesn't really show it. Like these like First Class, like Days of Future Past, Apocalypse show like the true power of Charles really well, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I give that like a 4 out of 5. Writing these down so I do it afterwards.
Number 3, I've got X2 with a 4.5 out of 5. This has arguably my favorite scene out of all the X-Men movies in it, and it's the Nightcrawler and the Capitol scene.
I didn't mention that, but that was great.
It is so good. Like, it just shows you what he can do when he like snaps.
Mm,
And like obviously he was under Stryker's
I was gonna
control.
say it wasn't really like
Yeah.
him, so which I'm
So
glad I didn't want them to make him a villain for a movie. That'd be
yeah,
fucking stupid.
yeah.
So
Um, but it was insane. Like we got those two Nightcrawler pop off moments, the Capitol and the train. It was like when he's like he's angry. It's like
it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
well, um, so that was awesome. And then you got the storm on the mansion. It's like oh my god, like
Mm,
here's the safe haven, and we've all got to like evacuate now. It's like uh-oh, and Stryker comes knocking all the windows down, and it's like that, and like Storm and Jean and Charles and Cyclops aren't there. Okay, I guess we can have Logan giving orders, the guy who just kind of walked in last movie
yeah.
for a little bit. He's like, I don't even want like X-Men. So you're gonna make me put on a suit.
Yeah.
But he filled the role. He stepped up. But it was like, yeah, all of our like main guys are gone. Uh-oh. So that was awesome. And then, like you said, the raid on the Strikers complex, and see like Wolverine being like, "Oh, this is like where it all happened," and seeing it
Yeah.
all again was like,
There's just a
Mhm.
lot of like origin stuff there, which
Yeah,
is like pretty cool. So
yeah. And the Mystique bit where she like walked in, she's like, "Yeah, actually, I'm not." Striker's like, "I know my own work," and she was like, "Well."
yeah, and still got out of it.
Yeah.
Like
So that's cool because she's not just a shapeshifter; she's actually like a crazy agent, which is awesome.
yeah.
And then they were all like, "Oh, she's great," and Magneto's like, "I know." It's like you. Ugh.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, X2 is great.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Number 3, I have Deadpool, the 4 out of 5. Just like one of like the best origin story superhero movies,
Yeah.
and like I'm sure when it came out, everyone was super looking forward to it because just didn't seem like a guy that would get his own movie at the time, and now it's
Yeah.
like such a big deal. Just like a lot of fun action, and like for I'm like seemingly with all the jokes that Deadpool makes in it, clearly they didn't give Deadpool too much time of day with budget, so like they only got
Yeah.
Colossus and like the girl. I can't.
The Negasonic Teenage
Yeah,
Warhead.
like that's all they gave him, and it
Yeah.
was still a really fun time, honestly. And um, yeah, I was just looking because I have like a big list of Marvel movies, like every Marvel movie I've like watched type of thing. Um, and the only origin stories I have above Deadpool on this ranking is Iron Man 1 and if you count into for Miles,
Sure.
and then Guardians. That's all I have above this for like origin stories. So really good movie. There's not much to talk about. A lot of people have seen this movie,
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, it's just really goddamn good. I'm curious what your top 2 is
Yeah.
because we had the same top 2.
I know we do. I feel like it's gonna be different. But at number 2, I've got X-Men Days of Future
I
Past.
also have that number 2.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
With a 4.5 out of 5. I forgot how like great this movie is until like I remembered it was good, but I didn't remember it being this good.
It was my favorite movie when I was a kid. Like after I saw
Oh.
it in the theater for a while, like it was easily my favorite Marvel movie, like next to the Avengers back in like 2014. It's
just
so fucking good.
like there's nothing I like more than mutants using their like full potential. So the fights against the Sentinels was like so hype to me. Like Blink and then Bishop and then Storm and Magneto all like working together to fight the really OP Sentinels.
Yeah, and it's they still got fucking
And they still lost, and like
yeah.
Iceman. And,
Magneto got stabbed, so he like
yeah.
was about to die. Like it just felt like so high stakes,
Mhm.
and then obviously like that movie reset the timeline,
Yeah.
which like is fine because clearly they wanted to make more X-Men movies. so like I kind of understand, but obviously all we got after that was Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, which is
Yeah.
like pretty mediocre. They
Yeah.
they reset the timeline just to do Last Stand again, but kind of shittier.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And then like sending Wolverine back in the past and like trying to convince Charles oh, I'm from the future, and Charles is this like drunken guy that's taking meds to
Yes.
like walk again 'cause he wants to suppress his powers or whatever, and Beast is like there's no professor here because there was no school
Mm.
anyways because
Like,
like the
damn.
war like took most of them, and
Yeah.
yeah, just a lot of great stuff. Let me see. Shit, I opened the wrong list. Yeah, this movie was like stuck in my head for a lot when I was younger. Like, cause you know me, my favorite was Wolverine back
Yeah.
then, and
Yeah.
he's still super high on my list. So I was like, this is fucking awesome. And like, I'm sure all the people that grew up with the original trilogy loved seeing like all the OG people come
Dude,
back,
that was one of the
and
things I was gonna talk about, is having both young and old actors in it. It's
yeah,
like,
awesome. Yeah, no, super cool.
and like,
Um,
it's some like mutant revolution type stuff. Like, this is awesome. Mystique
yeah.
had a huge part to play. Um,
Yeah, I fucking Jennifer Lawrence was great as Mystique.
yes.
Like that's
Yeah.
like something nobody talks about, and I like find that crazy because like I feel like she got her big break doing Hunger Games, but I would arguably say she was better as Mystique than she ever was as Katniss,
I've
but
seen the first one, so I
I've
like,
seen all of them.
okay.
So, and she's great in those movies, but she's so like good as Mystique, and she's like the whole like shutting down Magneto thing, like super untrustworthy government stuff
Yeah.
is like super interesting too. So it's like, yeah,
No, it was just like the stakes were like they could not be higher. Like,
yeah, no, seriously, yeah, no, super fun movie.
incredible movie.
And then number one,
Dude, number one, I gave it a 5 out of 5.
I'm between a 4.5 and a 5. It's pretty teetering.
We got Logan,
Yeah, if you can already guess what it was.
and I like I watched it and I was like, it's like, damn, there's my number one movie.
I already knew going into it. I was like, this is gonna be top 3. Will it hold up like it did when it came out? Because this is probably the last time I watched it, and I was like,
Yeah.
just fucking post mutant era Charles Wolverine's like clearly fucking dying like
Yeah.
the entire movie. Find out this like there's a lab in wherever it was, like Mexico or something, that was
Yeah.
like brewing up this mutant group of people, and just classic like chase movie, like they're running like
Sucker for
everyone involved gets hurt somehow, which just yeah, that sucked. Especially like the family like getting killed was just
that was
horrendous. Then they made like X-24, like
Mm-hmm.
the
It's like,
new Logan,
dang.
who was like, damn, like
Yeah.
that's pretty OP.
Yeah.
Then yeah, only way to take it out was with the bullet at the end,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense, honestly. It was kind of funny though, 'cause we watched this in the chronological order. But Deadpool 2 shows Logan dead at the
Yeah,
beginning
so
of the
I was like,
movie, so it's kind of weird. I don't know how Deadpool 2 isn't really the last movie you'd watch, because if you're watching in timeline order, it's like,
yeah.
damn, like,
Yeah.
especially if you've never seen any of the movies, like, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Old Man Logan's awesome.
Yeah.
He's, yeah, just so much pain all the time.
Yeah. And it's cool that it was like the adamantium poisoning him and not some stupid like thing that happened. I mean, I guess you could say it is, but like it makes sense.
Yeah, it actually makes complete sense why that was happening
Yeah.
at that point.
Um, it's like the Wolverine I always wanted. Like, actually making it gory and chopping off limbs and heads was like,
Yeah, that was
this
awesome.
is like what I wanted him to do in every single movie.
Yeah, and scumbag villains that you actually want dead. Like,
Exactly.
it's not like he's fighting Magneto and you're like,
No,
damn, I don't
I don't
want
want
Magneto
Magneto
to
to
die,
die.
but like fucking cringy robot hand dude is like, I'd be perfectly fine
Yeah,
seeing him get sliced and diced up on
yeah.
my movie screen. So yeah,
Oh man, the seizures were like
that was
kind of
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, the one in the hotel where he was about to get shot, and then
Yeah,
Wolverine and X-23 are walking or like crawling
yeah,
through it, killing them in
yeah.
slow motion, pretty much. Yeah, there's. It's just like genuinely one of the best comic book movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's definitely up there in like my top 5, like for best Marvel movies ever. It's just such a good movie.
It also like hits so much harder after you've watched all the other X-Men movies. It's
Yeah.
like we just like watched his story end.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's like it's tough too because especially if you've never watched X-Men or any of them, you're kind of like a third Wolverine movie. Like Origins was
Yeah,
the shits and
yeah.
like the Wolverine was like
It was good.
like a 5 like 6 out of 10 movie. So it's
Yeah,
like do we really need another Logan movie? And like just seeing them, I'm pretty sure they said it was 2029 in the movie,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like super far in the future. Mutants, besides the kids, are just like pretty much not around
yeah.
anymore. So, yeah, no, great movie.
Man,
I'm like, I really don't. I want to give it a 5, but I also want to give it. I don't know. I'm giving it time before I like officially rate it because I just need to think about it. So, yeah, that was our X-Men list.
yep.
Let us know what your favorite X-Men movie is. Um, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do next. We've been grinding, guys. Like,
I could watch Transformers.
no. Uh, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look.
We started the Disney Princess one.
We're doing all Fast and Furious movies. I think there's 11 of them.
Yeah, and 10 is one of 3-part series that hasn't come out yet. So
I've seen all of them.
I have not. I think I've seen maybe 2. So
Okay.
we'll figure it out. Um, expect guests pretty soon here. We've got a couple lined up. We just got to figure out good dates for them and whatnot. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.